its ups and downs, I guess you should say. But there was one particular story where it always stood out to me. So I was dealing with this girl, and I was from the projects, and she lived somewhere where basically she had a really big house. And I remember when my aunt used to say to me, "That's a lot of house." Not about that house, but just used to say, "You think that house is enough? That's a lot of house for one person. That's a big house. That's a lot of house. That's too much house for one person." Just negative as hell. Just everything was so this, so that. It was like, oh yeah, negative, right? So I go over to this girl's house, and she called me on the telephone. Telephone? She called me on the cellular phone. She called me on the telephone. So she called me on the telephone and said, "My dad not home. You should come over." I'm like, all right. I go over there. I had to take 3 buses to get there. I finally get there. And she lives in this palace. I'm talking like this house was like, that's a lot of house. That's all I kept saying in my head. The whole time in my head, that's a lot of house. That's too much house. It's a big house. So finally get inside. And she said, "Come in." So she opened the door. I come inside, and then we sit on the couch. Now, her parents had a living room set, right, where it was all white. I tell you, the carpet was white, and the couches was white. The chair, the love seat, the long chair was white, and then he had like white carpet on the floor, and it was that long carpet too, that carpet that gets stuck between your toes. You know, you walk between your toes, that soft ass carpet you could just lay on like this joint feel better than the bed. You know what I'm saying? So she like, "Can I suck your dick?" What type of question is that to ask a man? Oh, boy at the time. And she was like, you know, she just wanted to fuck, suck on. I guess she was a church girl. You know. So she started giving me head, right? Whatever. And she was like, "Come on, let's go upstairs to my room." So she pulling me upstairs, pulling me by my pants, like this. And we go upstairs in her room, and we kissing and licking and sucking and all types of stuff, right? And at the time, you know, I ain't know nothing about condoms. I was young. I ain't had no condom at the time, so you know, I try to put my dick in, and it wouldn't go in at first, and it kept sliding all over the place. And she was like, just stick your finger in there, just let me suck it. I stuck my finger up in there, and she giving me head, and we was real nasty with it, you know. And all I hear is, "Doom! My daughter, where you at?" She jumped up. My God, give me clothes. So I'm like, that closet is too small. What do you mean get in the closet? I can't get in that closet. It's not even big enough for me to get in there. Like, it's a full closet. And she had like a chest. And she like, "Oh, open this up, get in there." And it's like, if I get in there, the door won't even close. You know how like the door be closed and my feet might be sticking out or something might be sticking out. So she's like, "Oh, no. She's like, "Go in here." So I'm like, "What's here?" She said, "Right here." So she opens this little trap door. It's like a trap door. And I get inside and I crawl in. And I look, and I could see it was like a long trap door hallway. And I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking to myself, like, there's a lot of house. There's a lot of house. My aunt is saying in my head, "That's a lot of house. That's a lot of house." I just hear my aunt saying that. That's a lot of house. So I'm crawling it, right? I'm crawling it. And I hear her dad saying, what you doing? And I'm still crawling. I'm crawling slowly, right? I'm crawling. He like, what you doing? He was like, why is that door open? And she was like, what door? He was like, that I told you not to open that door. So she says, oh, this one. She said, I think I bumped it. Huh? It's not. I didn't open it. I just probably bumped it. He was like, no. What's going on? You acting suspicious. And I hear him, so I'm crawling. Right? So she's like, Daddy, I don't know what you're talking about. You always think of somebody acting suspicious. So he says, move. So he moved her out the way. And he opens it. And I look back, like out the corner. And I said, he said, what the fuck? He gets in the joint, right? Now, I'm trying to crawl through fast, slow. You know, I'm still crawling, but I'm crawling fast, slow, right? I'm trying to get through this joint, right? So I'll get to the end, right? When I get to the end, I could see, like, the downstairs. And I'm like, I can see the right living room. So I'm like, oh man, I'm like, so I'm hitting the thing, right? I'm hitting the thing, because I can't turn around, because I'm like this. So I can't turn around. Here he comes, but he's bigger than me, so he's moving slow. He's like, I'ma fuck you up. What the fuck you doing in my house? I'ma kill you, boy. Like that. So he's moving real slow through the thing, like real slow, right? So I'm trying to get out the thing. So finally I hit it. Boom, 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 right? And inside was so dirty and dusty that I could see it, coming out. So I finally hit it. Boom. And it fell down all the way down into the living room. It hit the white couch. Bam. Just like that. And it was all this dust and dirt. And it's had, like, I know for a fact that they could not get them stains out. Because it was that, how that wax, that build up, that glue grease build up, that residue build up, when it hit the couch and it hit the floor, I said, oh man. So I crawled out and I kind of lunged myself and tucked and rolled and landed on the couch. Now I know y'all probably thinking like, oh man, that was really high but it wasn't as high as you think. It was a little bit where I can actually do something like that. So he's still coming. So I tuck out and I flip and hit the couch. Boom, boom, boom. And all I see is I look up and I see him and he's like, yo, motherfucker, I'ma kill you. And he's trying to get out. And he's like kind of stuck. So his daughter comes downstairs and she's like, just go out the door. He's like, you better hold that nigga. You better not let him run. I'ma kill. Like, he's like stuck. Finally, I run out the door. And I run off his property. I'm running fast as hell. I'm running as fast as I can. Bro. I'm going, bro. Like, so I finally see him. Like, I see him all the way from over there. Right? And I'm running, right? I'm running. So finally, I run off the property, and I run around this corner. Then I run into like this alleyway. It was like a corner store in the alleyway. So I ran in there, and I went in the corner store, and I hid in the back. And I see him driving. He got in his car. He drove. Then I see him drive past the store, and he drove. He was driving around the neighborhood. He didn't see me, so I had a reversible jacket on at the time. So what I did was, I used to have these real long dreads, and I took the dreads, put them up, tied them up, and then I flipped my jacket over, and I walked out, and I walked up the street, just normal, and he actually drove right by me. I guess he was so mad that he wasn't paying attention, wasn't looking to my face, he was just looking for my clothes. And that was it. I never heard from that girl ever again after that. Never seen her again, never heard from her after that. it was so weird because I would have thought that her dad would have made her call me, but never seen her, never heard from her. So I don't know what happened to that couch, but yeah, that was a lot of house. That's my lot of house story.